Guys, I have a confession I need to make to every single one of you. I don't know how to spell Sinazari. In today's video, we're going to be talking about everyone's favorite Naga, especially Zeddy's favorite Naga, Tide Pool Pupil. If you didn't check out yesterday, Zeddy ended up putting out a video talking about how one card is quietly breaking Hearthstone, and honestly, I wouldn't even say that it's quietly breaking Hearthstone. This has been a card that has been breaking the game for quite a while, and now that we got our first wave of balance patches, this card is definitely going to start, seeing a lot more play and a lot of familiar decks, and one deck in particular is going to be all about Rogue. So if we look at HSReplay right now, there's a lot of DK action, there's Jive Shaman, and there's Insanity Warlock. Again, with the Tide Pool Pupil I was talking about, a new card in an old deck that is giving it a lot of gas. But one new deck that is very powerful, that needs to be on your radar, is Rogue. Miracle Rogue is making a comeback with Sonya combos as like an insane, burst combo possibility, and it is mostly due to the fact that Grifta can be insanely good if you get the 1 mana deal 6 damage. So the whole purpose of this idea is to play the Grifta, get a 1 mana spell, deal some damage with it, stick it in the Pupil so that way you can get more damage from the Pupil. It gives you more cards. You get extra copies of the Pupil and the 1 mana deal damage thanks to Sonya, and it is absolutely insane. We'll go through like specifics of the deck here in a second, but that is a general idea. You want to draw through your deck, get 1 mana spells, and play them over and over and over again with Pupil because the Sonya gives you extra copies, and there's an infinite loop that we'll be looking at here in a second. But this is not the deck that I would recommend right now. In fact, this is a newer list that people are taking out some of the, taking out one card in particular and focusing all on the Grifta, and Elven Minstrel and O Manager are great ways of dealing damage as well as drawing cards. But the deck that we're going to be looking at today is this Miracle Rogue. This Miracle Rogue is the most popular deck that people are playing at top legend in recent days, followed by, obviously, there's Tempo Druid, but Tempo Druid numbers are starting to go down a little bit now that Insanity Warlock, Pain Warlock, and Miracle Rogue are trying to deal with this Tempo Druid, even though Tempo Druid's still a really good deck, but people are trying to find ways of countering it, and they did find one successful way of trying to be able to beat it. So looking at Miracle Rogue, it doesn't have the greatest stats against Druid, but it's still a very common matchup with a 45%. So that is why I imagine people are sticking with it, because it is decent against Druid while also being very good against other archetypes. But keep in mind, this is Diamond through Legend stats we are looking at right now. Every single rank bracket that you go up, the win rate of the deck skyrockets. Like, check it out right now. 49%, right? Bam. Legend. 49%. Okay, not maybe skyrockets was a bad word. But if you look at top 1K, it goes to a 54% win rate, almost a 55, and the Druid matchup is almost a 50% at that point. So what are we experiencing here? This is an honest to God, like skill curve that we are experiencing, to where each matchup that's good gets even better at top legend, and our worst matchups become manageable wins. Like, look at the Paladin, for example. 50% against Paladin at top 1000 legend, versus in Diamond through legend, the Paladin win rate is barely a 42%. So yeah, there's a lot of skill that comes with this deck in particular. Mixologist is the card that I believe should be run instead of some of these other options, and we'll get through this here in a second after we go through the HSReplay data, because they are saying, Rogue has a 41% win rate, and I always say this whenever it comes to HSReplay stats, but what you are seeing right here is like how easy the legend climb is with all these classes. With Warlock, it is definitely super easy right now, but with Rogue, if you are a newer player, it is very hard for you to hit legend, so it is definitely sitting at number 11 right now with a 41% win rate, because these decks really are hard to play. There's no really easy Rogue archetype right now because Pirate Rogue wasn't successful. And looking at the stats, you can see the exact same story. There is this Sonya Rogue that has this very weird combination of cards, which seems to be all in on making a really big weapon, so I probably wouldn't recommend that. But it's very interesting to see this deck having a 55% win rate with about 1,000 games, so that's kind of cool. The only positive deck that isn't Elemental Rogue, but yeah, Sonya Rogue, not looking very good is the point that I'm trying to make. Diamond through legend stats, so it's kind of hard to take these stats at face value, so let's ump it up a little bit, shall we? At legend, up about a 50%. We're getting there. Another Sonya Rogue with another 53%. Maybe I gotta check out this deck that's all in on making a big dagger. And then when we go to the top legend stats, again, Sonya Rogue pops off. This other Rogue, yeah, the Cycle Giants Rogue, not nearly as good. So yeah, Sonya Rogue with the Mixologist and the Grifta seems to be absolutely popping off right now. Taking a look at the Mulligan before we take a look at the actual deck itself, going into the card inclusions, you want to keep your Quick Pick, your Dig for Treasure, and your Mixologist, and your dubious purchase more times than not. Sonya having a high kept win rate is very sus to me. Do not keep Sonya. You can obviously keep Shadowstep against some of the more aggressive matchups. You can keep a Fan of Knives against aggressive matchups. Honestly, keeping Grifta, not even that bad of an option, especially if you have like Shadowstep and like maybe a Breakdance available. But now that we talked about the Mulligan, let's actually go through the deck itself and talk about the card inclusions and the actual infinite combo, as well as, you know, like the O Manager and Elven Minstrel idea. I'm not 100% against it, but there's one reason I really want to recommend this deck, and that is because of the Mixologist. So if you want to take out double Mixologist for an Elven Minstrel and an O Manager, you could potentially do this. But let's talk about why this card is good in my opinion. This card is insanely good for one of two reasons. One, obviously you want the 1-cost potion to double it up with Sonya. So if you have the 3 damage as an option, that's really good in order to just go face. It's very similar to like old Concoction Rogue, where you would just throw a bunch of damage to the face, maybe, you know, like summon a minion or two that would somehow, you know, like threaten the board to make sure you don't get AoE'd or something like that. I'm just kind of spitting out, you know, some ideas that Concoction Rogue used to do. But one other thing that's very good is gaining armor and keeping yourself alive. So, you know, gaining armor, dealing AoE, for example, are very good options for Rogue in particular in order to keep itself alive. So you might have like, you know, a Sonya turn where you play the Fellbloom potion, you deal damage, you return the Sonya to your hand, you deal another one for free because the Sonya gave you a 0-cost one. That is a 4 damage AoE available for essentially 1 mana, as well as the cost for the Sonya and the Breakdance, of course. And speaking of Breakdance, oh my god, the Olympics ain't got nothing on this Hearthstone deck. I'll tell you right now, dude. The infinite combo with this deck is very simple. Well, quote-unquote simple. It is all about cycling your Tide Pool Pupils with your Breakdances. So you could do this infinite combo where you play like Sonya into a Tide Pool Pupil. You have the 1 mana Pupil that gets a 0 mana Pupil made into your hand, so you have the Sonya value that is absolutely insanely compounding, and then you have Breakdances in order to give you even more Pupils that will already have the Breakdances. So you play the Pupil, you get another 1 mana Breakdance. It is this infinite chaining loop to where you can summon a bunch of, you know, Shadowsteps, preps, or Breakdances with your Pupils in order to get a bunch of Sonya value. And that's not even going into the possible Grifta turns, to where if the Grifta gives you a spell you really want to utilize, you have like this infinite loop of getting a Pupil, having another Pupil summon get another Pupil into your hand. You have 2 Pupils that now have a 1 mana spell, to where if you play those 0 mana Pupils, you now have 24 damage available for 2 mana. If this sounds like a lot, I'm aware of this. I'm probably not explaining this the best way possible, but just know that the infinite loop with Tide Pool Pupil is very real, and there are plenty of clips coming up ahead that will showcase not only how to do this each turn, but how to do this for a lethal turn. Because the infinite loop has one of 2 ways of essentially being utilized. 1, to do the combo to kill your opponent. 2, to keep yourself alive and to summon infinite rush minions to trade into the board to keep yourself alive. So that is how this infinite combo works and how you sustain yourself with it. You do a bunch of, you know, spells with Pupil, but you primarily want to get that Breakdance back with your Sonya, so you can keep summoning infinite rush minions, infinite, you know, value from your Mixologist and your potions. You bring back the Sonya when you've gotten all your value. You can even Shadowstep it to bring it back for 2 mana. And one other important aspect of this deck is actually the mana cheating that comes from Scoundrel, because 1 mana Scoundrel into 1 mana Sonya into Shadowstep the 1 mana Scoundrel, play it again into Grifta. You now have 2 Grifta discoveries to try and hit that 6 damage option, or maybe even the mind control for lethal. There are a lot of little, you know, intricacies with this deck, so it's not the easiest thing to pick up at first. I originally started 2-4 with the deck, but I ended up going 12-12 with the list on my stream yesterday, and honestly, this is mostly losses due to me trying to figure out like what the deck was capable of, me going for a lethal when I realized, oh crap, maybe shouldn't have gone for that lethal, and then getting punished. But still, going 2-4 and then ending the stream 12-12 just goes to show that you might start a little bit rough with this deck at first, but it has a lot of potential, and it lets a good player become a very good player. So yeah, check out how you use your Mixologists, whether or not you need to use them for damage or for, you know, just defensive tools with AoE and like armor. I've seen some really ridiculous screenshots of Rogue getting to like 30 armor because of this card, so I think it's very worth it. And the game clips coming up ahead, I think you guys will be sold on the things that this card can do as well. But the other cards that I just really don't like the Elven Minstrel. I'm sorry, I can't help it. This card does make sense because it's important to draw all your minions and getting rid of the Mixologist, but you're pretty much saying that you're going all in on committing the combo instead of having like this kind of like middle ground to where you might be able to dismantle some of these other decks. So I think the Mixologist Apologies is better than Elven Minstrel and the Yo Manager, but you should try this deck for yourself because I hate to admit it, a deck like this is probably gonna get nerfed. I don't know what else to say, man. Like, this is an infinite loop, and like Zeddy says in his video, it is very reminiscent of like Turtle Mage, and unfortunately, I kind of have to agree. Like, I wanna admit that this deck isn't a problem, but it's probably gonna turn into a problem, and I have to be upfront about that. You know, I like degenerate decks, but I'm also mature, and you know, I'm mature enough in order to say that these decks are a problem and maybe need to be dealt with. And if this does become a tier 1 meta relevant deck, infinite combos that essentially can't be killed except for like a gigantic OTK against them, that is definitely a problem, and I have to put that on my radar as something that, hey, Blizzard, you might want to keep an eye on this. But yeah, that's my suggestion if you want to play this Miracle deck. The combo is showcased plenty of times in this video if you want to actually learn how to play this deck. If you're low on dust, probably would just go ahead and not do it, but there isn't that many cards to craft in this deck, so I'd recommend it if you don't have, you know, if you have a lot of dust that you're just sitting on and you don't care about a deck getting nerfed. But I would argue that if we have a balance patch coming up in 2 weeks like Blizzard likes to do, then this deck is probably going to be on that list, and hopefully Pupil doesn't get killed, but Sonya may have had its last dance if Blizzard doesn't want this deck to survive. And don't forget, if you do enjoy this kind of content, feel free to like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, check out the Patreon to get us out of the studio apartment. And we've actually got a subathon planned for the 20th. That's right, there's a big subathon coming up, so don't forget to check out the stream on August 20th. The entirety of the day, midnight to midnight, I am streaming, doing a subathon with the goal of raising money to get out of this place, because I don't like it. Raccoons fight on my freaking roof, and that's not a cap. That's a very real thing. But thank you so much for making it to the end of this deck breakdown, and we'll see you for the next video. It's just so much damage, bro. Oh, I gotta go fast. Six damage? Wow, these are bad. Come on. Lethal. Lethal. I got the touch, what can I say? Woo-wee. Okay, alright. I figured this part of the deck out. That's 2 turn 8 lethals that we've done today. Yep, welcome to 2024 Hearthstone. Shadowsteps galore, am I right? See, the issue with reading articles like this is that I know I'm just gonna waste my time if I read it. It's not gonna give me any information. It's not gonna make me feel better about, you know, Hearthstone's, you know, future. Yeah, exactly. It's probably just a PR fluff piece. Here's the thing. This will never look good. It doesn't matter if you say, I met Jesus Christ himself and he said, play my video game, even if it was true. It doesn't matter what's on this website. It really doesn't. Because the people that are playing the game, they're not reading articles about it. Articles should be driving traffic from people that have no idea what Hearthstone is. Unless there's like a really big controversy that you have to address. Otherwise, the main, you know, sentiment that people are gonna get from it is that, oh, this is just, yeah, it's just PR, you know? They're just trying to do whatever with the game. They got caught with the controversy and now they have to, like, you know, bridge the gap, so to speak. Okay, armor, let's go.
Stay alert, my children. Danger.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Here we go.
Okay. You played the free dude. Some people really hate the nest matron. God damn. So multiple people in my chat. You guys hate free mana. My ADHD brain can't read through long text. I mean, I can. It's just I really don't want to. You know, if someone had a gun pointed at my head, they're like, read this article in its entirety. I'd be like, okay, bro, calm down. It's not that big of a deal. I can do it. But if it's like, hey, read this. And I'm like, do I have to? No, I'm not reading it. Do I need to read it? No, then I'm not interested. Because if it was that interesting, I'd read it in my spare time. It's one thing to recommend something. It's another thing to be like, read it. Do it. That was why I could never read shit in school, because they're like, hey, read this book. And it's like, I really don't want to. And then they're going to be like, oh, but there's going to be a report over it. And you're like, oh, god damn. I guess I'll look up, I guess I'll skim it. You know, I guess I'll look up some Spark Notes. Can I make Hunter viable? I am not the guy to make Hunter viable. I hate Hunter. But yeah, Hunter is in a bad spot. I'm not going to be able to fix it. It's fucked. My attention span is like 2 minutes before I drift off reading a comic for 5 minutes. Yeah, dude, that's because your attention span okay, ADHD, your attention span is very much, you know, driven by your interest in the topic. You can sit down for an hour and a half on one thing if you really like it enough. But that's the issue. You don't know if you like it enough. Oh, we can start going infinite. Oh, wasn't that convenient? How disgusting was that? That was so disgusting, dude. At this point, all I need now is just to hit the Grift up. At the same time, I could just keep playing a bunch of 1/1s. Cleave Hunter is good for those who do not know who Molino is. Molino. It's still good, but people know how to play around it. Amalgam was interesting in Hunter. Yeah, but it's so bad though. Like, I can't tell you how many different people have been like, Clark, play Amalgam Hunter. And it's like, why? It's so bad at this rank. I love bots trying to play Concierge Druid. They can't tabulate everything fast enough. It never completes the Concierge turn. Wait, bot players are playing Concierge Druid? What? Are you talking about just people just roping out? They should fuse both Hunter and Demon Hunter into the same class and call it Hunter. It's not deleting Demon Hunter, just uniting both aspects of Demon Hunter into Hunter itself. I don't really know if I like that, in all honesty. I'd rather Demon Hunter and Hunter be its own things. We'll do this first. We get the prep back. I would hate to do nothing here.
Now this is treasure.
How long?
I found a seer chest. I found a seer chest.
Choose soon.
Now this is treasure.
This is so awkward. Like, maybe there was an argument to keep the draw card. I had a draw option that I maybe could have picked from the Pupils. That might have been a big mistake, in all honesty. I need to try and go for Grifta, I think. So we could do this into this for Grifta. Do this for the breakdance. It's really annoying how my opponent's not playing for board, though. Like, I need minions to trade into. Much like Ziliax, but works the entire class. That is way too complicated, mate. Like, it sounds like a cool idea on paper, but you also have to, like, realistically think about, like, how confusing would this be for a newer player? And even for, like, someone like me, that already sounds very confusing. Like, I get what you're saying with, like, all the Ziliax and stuff like that, but for an entire class having to code all of that, too, like, it's a good idea, but it's, like, it's probably just, like, needs to be brought back a little bit, you know what I mean? Okay, I feel like this is lethal. If I get lucky. Okay, mixologist.
I found a sea urchin.
Now this is
Shadowstep.
Dear fucking god, dude. What are these goddamn options? No, 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 where, hand space, what happened, what happened? Where did I go? Where did I go? Oh.
Ready to check in?
Probably didn't matter anyway. No, one. The calculation that I had was 3 breakdances because I had one that cost 0 and one that cost 1, so I had 3 breakdances with the Sonya. But I mismanaged hand space. What? He doesn't have it? Imagine getting Omega lucky. There's no way it happens though, right? Didn't matter. Because I'm gonna be honest, dude. Hunter is honestly, it needs to be the counter to Druid. And it's never the counter to Druid. Hunter should be like king of like the aggro decks that keeps the ramp and the greedy decks in line. But unfortunately, I mean, I kind of don't help with this, but like people complain about Hunter whenever it's tier 1 because it's like, oh man, then you might as well only play damage. And this kind of goes back to this this conversation that we had earlier, talking about how, you know, removal is just infinitely better than anything aggressive.
armor, armor.
Because people want that interactivity.
Here we go.
Also, man, I am so close to finally like getting over this hump. I can finally get above 50% with this deck.
Here we go. Here we go.
My collection grows.
Highlander DK? Is that the key card, the armor vendor? Is that how we can tell? There's no other card that's responsible for it. I hate myself.
Here we go.
How do I do that? They picked Hunter clean and gave its best aspect to other classes. Yeah, they kind of did. Hunter's not even the face class anymore. It's Demon Hunter. Hunter is the stick a minion prey that they don't play taunt or lifesteal class. Clark don't want to make a deck. Telling you right now, man, if I were to play Hunter, your win rate would go in the negatives. You would have to get 100 wins instead of 70 wins. So I'm actually doing you a huge favor by not playing Hunter. You are welcome.
Here we go.
So it is Tic Tac. It's got Overplanner in it. It's 100% Tic Tac. Which means I can't lose now. I mustn't lose. There's the grift, though.
Pitiful loop.
Now this is treasure.
I could such powerful artifact. I could.
Got one of the pupils back, so now I can breakdance it.
Choose soon.
This is the worst song I've ever heard. What is this?
Over eager.
Chris Blake? More like Try Hard Drake, am I right? What the fuck is this?
I could.
Alright, I'm not skipping this song because I need to roast it. This guy is ice cold because this take is ice cold, bro. Where's the heat? Ice cold baby take is what this is. What the hell? Yeah, who put this? Whose mixtape is this? Ice cold because I'm fucking bored out my mind, bro. I'd rather eat some ice cream than listen to this shit. I'd rather have some ice cold ice cream, baby. Ice cold baby. This song fucking sucks.
My hand is too full.
I've literally made better songs than this. Okay, I like actually have to. I can't. Okay, fuck it. We'll let this trash song play. This guy is literally Try Hard Drake, and you can literally hear it in the lyrics. This guy was literally inspired by Drake, and that's why this shit fucking just sucks. My God, bro. Get some ghostwriters, then you'll be more like Drake. It's like actually not even funny how much you can tell this shit was inspired by Drake. I want to get cut out of listening to this fucking song, bro. What the fuck?
Choose soon.
Jesus, man.
Over eager.
Like that guy literally tried to suck Drake's dick through that fucking track. That was so terrible. Like he literally is trying to replicate Drake's flow. It's like not even fucking funny. It might be Fino singing. Dude, Fino sounds better than that. And that's not disrespectful to Fino. That's just how trash this other guy was. The streamer from Greece that speaks English as the second language, pretty sure it's the second language, literally sounds better than whatever trash we just listened to. If Hunter had a legendary 10 mana spell, deal 30, would it see play? No, because Hunter doesn't make it a 10 mana. Like, I'm kind of saying that as a joke, but it's also kind of for real. Hunter just wouldn't be able to make a card like that work.
Now this is treasure.
Oh my dear God, where is the Sonya?
Now this is treasure. How long can I found a sea urchin?
Making sure I'm not fucking up order here.
Now this is treasure. Now this is treasure.
Who could put a price on such powerful artifact? I could. Who could put a price on such powerful artifact? I could.
I found a sea urchin.
Bring it, dog.
Woo!
Eager.
Maybe I didn't need to breakdance, but pretty sure it's just over from this point. Right before the Reno turn, too. This deck needs speed and head, not from me. Hey, man, wouldn't you like the idea of learning a fun deck and then, like, actually getting better as a player? Doesn't that sound like an amazing experience? Where it's like, oh, man, I can't play this deck. The only one that's saying that is you. You can play it. Here, believe in me that believes in you. Give it a try. Like, yeah, there's some APM and some stuff and, like, you know, a little bit of tripping over that you're gonna do, but ultimately speaking, it's the same thing over and over and over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, everything dies. And now lethal.
I'm almost out of cards.
Now this is
How
treasure.
long can we hold you?
I found a sea urchin. I found a sea urchin.
Can you find a sea urchin? Then you can play the deck. Bam. Been rocking my homebrew excavation mage for a while. Besides, Reno sucks. Still sucking the fun out of it. The fun police, mate. Okay, I take it back. This is the worst song of all time because it's just so disrespectful. This is such a disrespectful track. You know what I have to do, right? Now I have to do it. How does it feel to know that every single time people are listening to your song, they're actually thinking about someone else's song? That as an artist, that would kill me. As an artist, that would be the absolute worst fucking nightmare of my life. Wait a minute, I made a song called Ice Ice Baby, but no one cares about the fucking, you know, outside of companies like Dentine Ice or something that have like ice as like a selling point. Everyone who listened to this is like, wow, I wish I was listening to Under Pressure right now. Imagine that being your legacy on the world. I wish I was listening to anyone else's song than this song that's being played right now. Glorb, dude, you think I'm someone that can produce what Glorb can do? I can't, bro. I can't produce beats like that. I can drum beats like that, but I can't produce that.
Watch your back.
Wait, number 2? All right, I guess we'll keep it. Can we get our fake Drake back? Nah, dude. I don't know if I can handle that again. I kind of wish that the thing was working. The overlay. For some reason, it got like either deleted or I don't know what happened. Very lazy. Wanderer has like 10 times the effort of this song.
Shaking a stud.
Alright, nothing else can be done here. Valhalla awaits me. There we go. That's a bit of a toad ship.
Use a scrim.
Amalgam was born in the wrong era. Gift for hexes, Reska, Canaries on Excavate, Reverb. Unfortunately, I am not happy to give you this news, but a card like Amalgam benefits your opponent more than it does you.
Shaking a stud.
For one of 2 reasons. Deal 2? Damn.
Here we go.
For two reasons. One, because you're playing a bad card and your opponent's like, oh man, I'm so lucky to key into this guy. And also because they can literally utilize the card better than you because of cards like Reverb and whatnot.
Best Hearthstone player that ever lived.
Sadly, it gets kind of invalidated by a lot of the stuff you'll see on ladder. This is not Dane Rogue, no. This is a deck that is actually taking over Top Legend. I think Dane's deck had the Knick-Knack Shack in it. Going for some Shack gaming. But this is not the same idea.
This treasure ain't fit for a pirate.
How did he deal this much to me? What the hell? It's because I'm trading into minions, that's why. I might have to Grifta for some healing. He cut Mixologists. Well, people added Mixologists to this deck. And I feel like it's better because of it.
Now this is treasure.
I could.
I mean...
I found a sea urchin. I found a sea urchin.
Here we
Give him nothing. Give him nothing and he has nothing. Mixologists are just another potential damage roll. Yeah, that's another reason for it. It's just a good damage roll, and it also gives you like ways of playing for tempo, ways of dealing with the board, as well as gaining life. I feel like that's super important. I feel that's omega important. All right, I need to draw the Sonya. Sonya for lethal? Sonya for lethal? Sonya for lethal.
How long can you hold me?
Oh my god, I don't deserve it. But I'm taking it. Give me that above 50%. Finally, bro. Finally, dude. I get it. I get it. We started 2-4. We started 2-4, and that's how that goes. And we ended 10-9. I mean, we're still gonna keep playing, but hey, we did it. But it's like a YouTube. Yep, 24 damage is not 24 HP is not safe. This is why people are playing Blood DK. They want that 50 HP, and even then, they're still not safe. What's a horrible thing I could do to start drama? To start talking about how low testosterone? Yeah, low testosterone decks. Literally, small dick decks is what you're calling out. And I guess to a degree, you could call Excavate Rogue a small wiener deck.
What?
Let's actually call them small wiener decks, so that way people can try to pick up on the sarcasm at least. Small PP decks, there we go. I'm the greatest Hearthstone player ever. My opponent played like Clark HELLSCREAM. Small, just like their head size, exactly. Exactly, dude. Nature Shaman equals small wiener deck? Absolute lie, bro. Absolute lie. Rank 4 legends. If an idiot like me could go rank 4 with a deck, it's a good deck. Very fun deck. Dude, bring me back to the Nature Shaman days. Oh my god. Bring me back to the Nature Shaman days. I'm already reminiscent over it. Wait, hold on a minute. Deck Tracker's doing a thing. Deck Tracker. Oh no, I'm gonna have to restart it. I wanted to avoid this, but Deck Tracker wanted to be a butthole. One moment. Nature Shaman is for Europeans on Adderall, which is a high T for sure. High testosterone because they're high on Adderall. Nature Shaman, exactly, dude. Nature Shaman gives you the member berries. Deal 2? Okay, let's go. Freeze a minion that lives or summon a minion. We're also gonna have a fan. So we deal 3 to everything. He's about to summon more minions, so I guess a freeze wouldn't be terrible. But a minion, you know, a minion goes a long way. Against this deck, minion go a long way. May people concede because they know the next game is gonna take 40 minutes. Dude, spoken like a Wallet Warrior player. I also like the idea of make him concede because you play Flash and then they just, you know, even if you don't have the combo, you can cheese some wins against people. Guys, do you see a problem here? Do you see a problem here? I see a problem here. All of his minions have 3 HP. Literally all of them. How about we get rid of them? The question is, though, what order do I do this? Could do this, get the minion, play this. We could play a Tarslick and then do this to deal with everything and save the Fan of Knives, but I don't really know why I'd want to save the Fan of Knives. I'd rather save the Tarslick to deal with, like, an Amanthul. So I think I'm going to do it this way. Everything dead. We don't need to play the Pupil yet, and we don't need to play anything else. Rango from Discord, are you playing my list? I am playing the list that is very successful at Top Legend at the moment. What song is this? Bro, this is Amon Amarth. Do you not know Amon Amarth? Opeth vocals? Dude, Amon Amarth. Viking metal, my brother. Let us go to Valhalla together. Yeah, dude, this is Amon Amarth. I love these vocals. When people are like, I listen to metal, I'm like, oh, really now? If you don't listen to Amon Amarth, then you gotta change that, because this is a metal band's metal band, in my opinion. All right, here we go. Love this group. I've honestly known them since high school. One of my favorite albums by them. You should look up "Deceiver of the Gods." That's like one of their best records in my opinion. There's Deceiver of the Gods, and there's honestly there's a lot of good records from them. Let's see, what are the other ones I'd recommend? Oh yeah, Twilight of the Thunder God. Yeah, so the albums I'm most familiar with are Deceiver of the Gods, Twilight of the Thunder God, and this one. I think this is their very first original record. Yeah, Twilight bangs, bro. This entire group is again a metal band's metal band. God, I love it. I love good metal music, dude. Okay, wait a minute. I don't have breakdance, but I have shadow steps. Am I crazy?
Now this is treasure.
Might be a little crazy.
I found a sea urchin.
Too soon.
Now this is treasure.
Honestly, this just for tempo is the main reason to do it. Come on, give me the 6 damage. Not bad. The name Amon Amarth might sound familiar to people. Apparently, they took inspiration from Tolkien. Amon Amarth is the Sindarian for Sindarian for Mount Doom. Sindarian meaning being one of the languages Tolkien created. Oh, okay, but okay, so it means Mount Doom then. That, are you kidding? You're telling me that Amon Amarth means Mount Doom?
Muzzle their magic.
That's even more metal. I love it. I love it. It's even more metal than I could have imagined. Yeah, that's brutal, bro.
Clark,
yeah, literally.
What do you think about the song currently playing? Kappa.
I don't know, man. It sounds very familiar. I think I was around when this was recorded or something. Maybe, oh, wait a minute. I know what it is. I'm responsible for the drum beat. That's what this is. Yeah, I'm responsible for the drum beat in this song. Yeah, this is the Indigos, by the way. If you like what you're hearing, look it up on Spotify. I'm on my way. 50-50, get lucky. Oh yeah, it's because the Indigos are playing in the background. My good luck machines. Okay, I don't have a breakdance, but I may not need it. May not need it because this has Shadowstep in it. Actually, I should play this and Shadowstep the Grifta. Yeah.
I don't have
Oh,
enough mana.
that's right. Oh no. It's fine. I'm upset, but it's okay, it's fine. See? Get him out of here. The song is giving me powers. It actually might. It actually might be. Yeah, Gift can also spam the Pupil. And not a good way. Okay, well, Fan looking like a better option now.
Here we go.
For Fan, really good. Yeah, sure, but I feel, what would you cut though? So cut the backstab for the Gift? I don't know. Like bam, like if I had Gift right now, I wouldn't be able to do this into this. But now it's clunking up the, oh man. I guess we're just gonna have to find a gear shift or something. A coin, let's go.
Here we go.
I just won a game with Rainbow DK against the Evolved Shaman by literally killing every card in the deck. So they so you wore them out of every single card then. Hell yeah. That's what we like to hear, right? Decisions mattering. Why does this literally sound like someone's farting? Tell me this is someone not farting right now. Nice. I like 'em big. Oh wait, is that this song? I don't think it is. This literally sounds like someone shitting in my ears. It's actually that South Park episode. So I can keep a dehydrate in this, so I can save up a tar slick and a dehydrate. I'm gonna learn from my previous mistake. Who's beefing into this mic for real? I mean, hey man, we're 5 seconds away from this song, but oh my god, what the hell? That was a lot of. The Iron Bell. Ooh, that's a good one. Trying to pretend that it's someone else? Yeah, I'm Peter Griffing it up, bro. Played this deck all day and I went 110 armor versus Highlander Warrior and ends up losing due to the fucking loop after about 60 loops in a row. My brain hurts. Yeah, I know, right? This deck takes a lot of brain power out of you. Like seriously.
I found a sea urchin.
Hey, look at that. We did a thing. We honestly didn't even need to do the thing. Which is like the funniest part about this.
Well played.
I'm really surprised he just hasn't conceded.
Here we go.
We'll just do this because we have dubious purchase. Yeah, we did the thing. The ancient prophecy was fulfilled. We killed the 8H. Let's see how lucky I keep getting though.
This treasure ain't fit for a pirate.
We just keep high rolling, boys. Let's go. The high rolls just don't stop. I'm hungry. I'm gonna grab something. Oh, dude, you'll get me thinking about food. If I think about food, the stream's over, man. I pulled 8 Magtheridons from the goblet. All right, that's pretty funny. Oh, you got one? Oh, okay, so one of them is 1 mana. Wait, hold on. So they're not all 1 mana, right? You would still copy 8 mana mags, right? Or does that work with discounts? Wait a minute. What's the win con of your deck? Grifta and Breakdances. This is honestly kind of a bad game to show this off right now because I don't have the combo, but at the same time, I actually do have the combo, so sit back and watch.
Now this is treasure.
This is like the goal of what you're trying to do. You're trying to get a bunch of pupils that do a bunch of nonsense. In fact, is this technically lethal? Is this actually lethal? Tar Slick lethal, bro? Ah, it's not quite lethal. So I guess we're just gonna have to... Very sage. Very sage, I thought it was lethal. How much damage is that? 30? Oh, ain't that funny. Alright, that's pretty goofy. We'll get it next turn. Yeah, minions now take a billion, kajillion, a trillion, billion, million damage. Barrel rev into taunt. Alright, he's still alive. It says breakdance, right? Oh shit. That's a problem. Okay, hold on a minute. Lay down the law. I might have just thrown.
I found a sea urchin.
This is the definition of threat. Oh, this is death grips. No wonder people have very opinionated reviews when it comes to death grips.
This part.
I give bad people good ideas. I give bad people good ideas. If I was like hanging out with a bunch of people and like there was like a couch where everyone was like getting high or something, and there's like a table where there's a bunch of crap and like cans and whatnot, but they're like, you know, chopping up weed or something like that. Like that's where I would be hearing fucking death grips. That's where I'd be hearing that. Yeah, Omega, Turbo, whatever, lethal. It's so many different ways of killing them there. Some people have no taste, ASMH. Let's keep climbing with this deck. No, stop climbing. Fall back to me? No, bro, climb up to me. We're still in the same MMR. I can still play. I need to rise up my fellow chat. I'm teaching for your, you know, not only your entertainment, but also for education. And now class is in session. Pay attention, nerds. Pain Warlock is such an easy matchup for this deck, though. Goodbye. For our pleasure. Yes. You don't put the blame on me. I always wondered who played this song. Ragged Bone Man. I have no idea who this is, but I like it. You know?
Here we go.
Just take the damage. I could play Mixologist or Stick Up next turn. But I feel like I want to save Stick Up for the 8-8. Hi, you. What are you doing? You're cute. I love you. Mwah. You're a good doggo. Very good girl. I love seeing her little tail wag. Oh my. Okay, 6-5. You know what? This into prep breakdance if I don't hit the 6.
I could.
This is gonna look weird, but we're controlling him.
Here we go.
Which Shrek is your favorite? Oh, Shrek 2, and it's not even close. Shrek 2 is okay. The first Shrek is very iconic and everything, but Shrek 2 was like one of the best, you know, follow-ups, man. Whenever you think of like a second movie, it always goes, first movie is great, second movie is the best, third movie is trash. That's usually how that goes. And it makes me sad to report these facts. Like, I guess an exception to that rule would be like Toy Story. Because the first movie is, I think, just still the best one. Wait a minute, no. I know this song. This song's for Apu. This song is for Apu, guys. Wait a minute. Aww. That's nice. How wonderful life is with you in the world. Yeah, it's a good song. But the parody obviously is still legendary in my opinion. I still question what are the toy rules of Toy Story. Oh, bro, he hasn't seen the Meat Canyon video. Meat Canyon goes into graphic detail on the rules of the Toy Story world. I'm playing Omega safe right now. I wonder if this is a misplay. Wow, let's go. It's like actually so unfair. This matchup is like turbo free. I'm kind of dicking around and yet I still feel massively ahead. I never look at my toys when they move due to Meat Canyon. You have cancer, Andy. That's what happens when we reveal ourselves to humans. They contract cancer. It's so stupid, but so funny. Why would you do this to me? I had no choice. You forced my hand. But so could this. I'll do this first. Guaranteed. Pull out. Wait. No, it's not guaranteed. Fuck. Oh no. Top deck prep. Damn it. Might have just thrown. I might have dicked around too hard. I might have dicked around too much. I honestly just should have gone for Grifta because Grifta steal a minion also would have done it. I'm fucking stupid. Also should have found a way to play Scoundrel. I literally took the worst line fucking possible, bro, because I thought it was exact lethal. Meat Canyon streams too, usually seeing the art being made in this meta, which is badass. Ah, fuck me, dude. Well, I threw. Is there even a way to technically get myself out of this? Does it involve Shadowstep? It probably does. Shadowstep, I think, gives me an out. Oh my god, I don't deserve it.
This treasure ain't fit for our
Who could put a price on such power? Artifact? I could.
I found a seer gem.
Now this is treasure. Now this is treasure.
Didn't deserve it. Didn't deserve it. Didn't deserve it. Absolutely did not deserve it. I hope Jim Rex is in the stream right now. Because, bro, you deserve that. I was taking the dumbest lines. I was taking the most disrespectful lines I could do. And yeah, that was not nice. I was very mean, honestly. If I'm speaking from the heart.